Hey guys, and this is all my favorite opera reviews, and this is a revival. I'm back with another video. Sorry for the absence of videos, I had a lot of matters to attend to, and I could not find time to film them. Today we're going to do a compound review and comparison of the Warner Classics Mexico City Live 1951 Aida and the EMI Studio 1967 Aida. The first recording that we're going to review is Delmonico's 1951 live recording. Aida is Maria Callas, Radames is Mario Delmonico, Amneris is Aurelio Dominguez, and the Monastro is Giuseppe Taddei, conducted by Oliveiro De Fabritiis, with the orchestra and chorus of the Palacio de Bellas Artes. This recording is considered by many to be the best recording of Aida, and I must admit that it is a good recording. However, it is ruined by the simply awful sound that it is in. There's every defect in it. Tape hiss, distortion, noise, and sometimes weird microphone placement, such as in the final scene of Act 1. In that scene, the priestess is supposed to be off stage, but she's mic'd as if she's on stage. This ruins the beauty of this scene for me, and even in 1951, they could definitely control that. Some notes are distorted so much that it seems like the singer's voice is unfocused, which is not true. You can even hear the prompter sometimes, which I find unacceptable. You can even hear the prompter reminding Aurelia Dominguez of her one word in the final scene of Act 1. Come on, you can memorize one word. It's one word. I can memorize that. In the beginning, you can even hear the ushers shushing someone. The orchestra is good, though it does sound like a 1930s silent film because of the sound. I can't really talk about it much because its sound is simply not good enough. Oliveiro De Fabritiis emphasizes the slow moments in the score, and he conducts lovingly. The chorus could have been better mic'd, and it does need prompting. The microphones in this recording simply failed to capture its vastness. It also doesn't exactly benefit from the mono sound. Sound quality this bad could almost ruin the experience of listening to a chorus. As Aida, Maria Callas is pretty good, though she's not as amazing as people say she is. I bet she'll get trashed for this, but I don't like Callas a lot because I find her voice to be harsh while trying to be beautiful. This recording is the ultimate show-off recording. Callas adds an unnecessary high E flat in the triumphal scene, and both she and Delmonico add extra high Cs. I usually like high notes, but the E flat is honestly overdoing it. It makes the scene sound like bel canto and almost ruins its atmosphere. The high Cs are fine, because they don't ruin the atmospheres of the scenes they are in. Callas honestly has wobbly high notes, and after this recording and a few others, they almost always sound very strained and squeezed. Here she's only 28, which helps her youthful timbre and her high notes. She could have added more piani, because this whole recording is basically just a battle with Delmonico. In his duet with Amneris, we hear a rare moment of subtlety, but it's not enough to make up for everything else. Delmonico is basically the same as Callas. He's in the battle with her for the whole performance, and unfortunately, there isn't much subtlety, but it is exciting. He does have a few moments where his voice is distorted, but that is because he had such a huge voice. Studio microphones handled it better. Radames does not have many moments of required piano and subtlety. There is an optional diminuendo on the high B flat at the end of Celeste Aida, and in the final duet, Radames still needs piano. Delmonico sings a fortissimo high B flat at the end of Celeste Aida and still battles with Callas in the final duet. Aida is an opera of great emotion. Radames and Aida are lovers, and they're not battling with each other, even though Radames may be a warrior. I think a tenor who's singing Radames needs to convey the warrior side and the lover side, like Carelli. Aurelio Dominguez is a wonderful Amneris. She has so much power and so much emotion in her voice. It's remarkable. It's one of the best Amnerises ever recorded to this day. Taddei has a problem that is an overall problem in this recording. He does not have the voice for the beautiful, loving father quality of Amonastro. He only has the snarly voice for the heavier moments. I don't find his voice to be very beautiful. Maybe it was just this evening. But just like Delmonico and, for the most part, Callas, there is no change of dynamics. Overall, this recording is good, but not great. The sound is the worst sound I've ever heard any recording be in. For the most part, that's what ruins this performance. Almost everyone is belting at full volume, trying to out-sing each other. For me, this is not a great thing. But it can also be seen as an evening where every singer gives it their absolute best. It was probably very exciting. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. They really should have made a companion studio recording. This next recording is a studio recording made in 1967. with the orchestra and chorus of the Rome Opera, conducted by Zubin Mehta. Aida is Birgit Nilsson, Radames is Franco Carelli, Amberes is Grace Bombry, and Amonastro is Mario Sereni. The sound is excellent, and space is evidence, making the studio recording feel like a stage performance. There is no distortion, and the performance and orchestra are captured extremely well, never favoring one over the other. The orchestra plays wonderfully and beautifully, with passion flowing through in every note. The chorus is thrilling and epic, and it is mixed so well that you can almost feel its vastness. It's like an ocean. Zubin Mehta conducts briskly, though the Grand March could have been more effective if it were slower. He helps the orchestra support the performers, while still playing extremely well in moments of tension and excitement. He oversees the ensemble scenes in an amazing way. Birgit Nilsson had a gigantic voice, and that is evident here. She can move from a humongous high note to a sobbing soft voice, such as in her duet with Amneris. This makes for a wonderful portrayal of Aida. When she is a seductress in Act 3, she shows where Radames fell for her. All in all, it is an electrifying performance. Franco Carelli is not battling with Nilsson in this recording. He shows both the warrior and lover side of Radames. His high B flat at the end of Celeste Aida starts as a full-throated attack, but ends with the best diminuendo I have ever heard. His sacerdote Io resto a te makes your hair stand up, and his final duet showcases his piano and his ability to conjure up a three-dimensional performance. I used to think that Delmonico was the best Radames, but this recording convinced me to side with Carelli. Grace Bomber is a mezzo that does not have the voice of Dominguez, but still brings an emotional quality to Amneris. She is truly the princess that is too full of herself in Act 1, but then realizes her mistakes, and pleads with the priest to spare Radames in Act 4. Her scene with the Ramfisa Bonaldo Giaotti in Act 4 makes for another glorious portrayal. Along with Cheryl Milnes, Mario Sereni is my favorite Amonastro. He has just the right voice to unleash the most exciting portrayal of the role that I have ever heard, but then turned into a loving father. I think that he is much better than Giuseppe Taddei in this role. Amazing performance. I think that this is the best recording of Aida. Everything is at its very best here. If you want to introduce someone to Aida, use this recording. They'll love the opera immediately. 10 out of 10. Thoroughly satisfied. So that's it. You've seen my opinion on both of these Aidas. Both of these recordings show the importance of sound quality, and how awful sound quality can ruin the performance. I hope to post videos more consistently from now on. Thank you for watching all my Viva Opera reviews, and please like, comment, and subscribe.